So, the results are in as to what to do, and I did not know that I had so many heartless bastards watching my channel. So, I think it was about 2/3 voted for leave immediately and the other half voted for stay and talk. So, sorry people who vote for stay and talk, but that pretty face of Oscars is going to be left right now. We're leaving. I'm sorry, but every minute counts. I need to go now. And I need to know that you'll stay here and be safe. He looks at me, and I think he understands. Of course. Yeah, well. There you are, for those that said leave. That's it, I hope you're happy. He understands. You go, I'll be fine. It will be a simple matter to slip out unseen. Out of a window, that is. The special gloves I'm wearing are designed for gripping surfaces when climbing. They're very useful. I'll go out our window and back in through the next one down. From there I'll be able to reach the main hallways, and any guards outside our room won't see a thing. Most of the palace staff must be busy with the search. They may have not even bothered to keep our door under watch. But I would rather not run the risk of drawing more suspicion. I think if they see some sort of like girl running from stairwell to stairwell, window to window in gloves, they're going to think something weird's going on. That or one weird scene of BDSM. Yeah, what a horrible thought. Right, moving on. What we gonna do? After my previous explorations, I know that the service hallways are filled with convenient peepholes, and that seems the best way to get around while keeping an eye out for anyone who might think I ought to have remained in my room. Too well known and easily accessed for anything truly secret, but good for a start. Fortune smiles on my investigations. I can hear the Queen Mother's voice. I hug the wall, holding my breath as I peer through the crack to better hear what he's saying. In her pocket, who knows how long she might have been planning this. I thought once she finally allowed Sophia to marry, that would be over. Oh, conspiracies between the Queen Mother and Wise Paloma. You can only think that that's a self-entitled title and not an actual title someone else has given her. So many years and everything we've given her. Your sister will never be satisfied. The Wisdom sister? A younger sister it must be, since she was not the heir. Do you think Sophia would really hand over the control of her baby daughter to her mother? You believe Sophia was nothing but Marie's puppet. Wasn't that why we started all of this? That was a long time ago. She's her own woman now. Mind blown. In a way that I'm not entirely sure what's going on. As her own woman, she might have planned this herself, without the Grandessa. Now that Riella was born, she is the heir presumptive if Cassidy is displaced. No one would support a murderous child. If it were, and if it could be proven, the truth would be enough. But there's been no sign, not even a whisper. No one knew. I assume what they're going to do is, once we're out of this conversation, is the devil always puts in some sort of explanation, as in thinking, what has just happened for the idiots like me who don't understand. There was no whisper of this, but it happened. There is a possibility that someone has discovered the truth about Caspian and Cassidy. Oh dear. Well, that just sounds like a very bad emo indie band, doesn't it? Well, emo or indie band. Caspian and Cassidy. Oh dear, no. What kind of songs would they even sing? Oh dear, what will happen to her? What will happen to us? He takes her arm and guides her along. I will keep looking, and you will make use of your wisdom to plan. After that, they pass from my hearing. I lean back to consider what I've heard. What did I say? A little summary for us. Grandessa Marie, sisters to the King's Wisdom. Her daughter would be the Duchess Sophia, the Princess Cassidy's cousin, and the next in line to inherit the Wisdom. Except she's now the wife of Duke Ferred with an infant daughter. I can't be the only one confused by this. My brain's just trying to process the information. It's going, nope. Don't try it. It's not going to work. If Cassidy is dead, that baby is the new princess. So Cassidy is the one Oscar was trying to shag earlier. So Ah, my brain! Oh my god. Oh, sod this. Post-edit seems better. This kingdom's wisdom is surely too old for more children of her own. The question I asked earlier. Who benefits from mischance befalls to Princess Cassidy? Duke Ferrod would be the father to the heiress. The regent, if the current king did not live until Riel's wedding, no wonder they consider him a suspect. But what did they mean, the truth about Caspian and Cassidy? So wait, have they said who Caspian is yet? No. Do I know who Duke Ferrod is? No. Oh, God. Oh, we definitely need to look back. Once we've, done all this. As far as I know, Prince Caspian died when he was a little more than a toddler, and Cassidy a babe in arms. That ill-mannered page suggested that there have been rumours that the princess succumbed to the same fever to her brother, and was then replaced by an imposter. She also said those rumours were nonsense, and everyone of rank knows it. Certainly, Princess Cassidy bears a resemblance to her illuminated mother. That in itself means little, though. Similarities between our people are common, particularly within the noble classes where so many relatives are shared. That's a very polite term for saying they shag each other in the family way. However, if the blood heiress had been replaced at such a tender age, it would have been impossible to predict who the imposter might grow to resemble. What other secret could there be? That Caspian and Cassidy... I've just got a singing duo in my head now. Oh dear. Was sired by someone other than the king. While it could be personally embarrassing, it would make no difference to Cassidy's right of inheritance. She would still be the daughter of the wisdom. Well, it matters little what secret she holds as long as Cassidy is missing. I must keep looking. After some time picking my way carefully through darkened service corridors, I begin to wonder if I've made a mistake. I was right, of course, that the official guards would not be capable of a thorough search. Only once I've seen that they've bothered to enter these passages, and that so briefly that was easily within my capabilities to stay out of sight. Perhaps they have focused their efforts on blocking access from the palace. Not an unreasonable approach, but the fact remains that there are thousands of places they have not investigated. Come on, give them a break. If there's like 10 guards traipsing over a mansion, what do you expect them to do? God, if there's 100, they should probably be doing better, but... You know, if it's not that many, I think you're judging them. Miss Valois, or Valoise, or whatever the fuck it was. These corridors may be out of sight of the guards and the nobles who observe propriety. But they are hardly secret. Any servant with a bucket of coal or filthy wash water or similar underchorus tasks would be expected to use these halls to avoid the risk of dirtying the fine carpets, and I have passed a few such already in my wanderings. None of them have questioned my presence at all. In fact, they've been quite eager to share their garbled gossip of how the search is progressing, all of which is mostly useless. So, if someone does catch me, I'm just like, hey, I'm a servant. Unless you find the bloke who, oh, fuck's that, I've forgotten his name as well. The bloke with the white hair and the vest on, who we saw earlier. And he would rumble me. Anyway, if someone tells me that she heard from a butler who heard it from a maid that a guard saw a suspicious finger by the morning music chamber, well, even if that was accurate when it was first heard, and even if it hadn't been altered by passing through so many mouths, it's old news by now. And, of course, knowing where the guards have searched still doesn't mean that I can rule those places out. Any child knows that one of the best places to hide a stolen toy is in a location that has already been thoroughly searched. I'm going in circles, and getting nowhere. I don't know what to do next. Brilliant, okay. I can't give up now. What I need is information, motives, methods. If Cassidy arranged her own disappearance, where might she have gone to hide? If it was someone else, where might they have put her? What contacts do they have? What do they know? Just running around loose on my own isn't likely to make a difference, but I don't have any connections here. Except that one. Ah, the girl who I thought was a boy. Hello! You're not supposed to be here. Yes, I am. No, you're not. You and your prince are supposed to be in your rooms. I can't rate her for her manners, but she apparently has the advantage of many of the palace staff in terms of intelligence. Wow. I hate to think of who else they've employed, dear lord. Not that it's stopping the others. The others? Well, you don't expect a great lord to stay still on the say-so of a nobody guard, do you? Those that are born that way know who makes their rules. Of course. Wonderful. If Oscar is the only suspect staying put, that'll make things even more confusing. Fantastic. Okay, this is quite confusing. Wait, does that mean their rooms are empty? Could be. You want to get into one of those rooms, don't you? Spying again? I'm not spying. I'm looking around willfully. I tapped the side of my nose with my finger meaningfully, I do apologise. I would never violate the privacy of honoured guests. So you don't want to? Well, never mind then. I take back my earlier assessment. She may be observant in some ways, but she certainly didn't invent gunpowder. Yes, I would like to have a look if I can get in without being seen. A nearby window or a service door or a large chimney, if you know the way. Or the keys. You have the keys to those rooms? Maybe I do. What's there for me? Look, you, what's your name? Barry. I'd love it to be that. Dolores, miss. Dolores. That's the... you know, after Barry, that's a bit of an anticlimax, to be perfectly honest. Dolores, I am trying to find your princess and prevent civil war or worse. I am not doing this to gain anything for myself. Well, good for you, lady whatever, but that's nothing to me. Yeah, I don't think she cares. Have you seen her clothing? I sigh. What do you want? That necklace you're wearing is very pretty. Oscar's necklace? Give it away, offer money instead. Oh, dear. We're gonna be buggered. Really. If I give it away, Oscar's gonna be really pissed. And I mean, like, his path must be pretty dented by now. Oh, God, I hate making decisions lately. I don't want to do it. Do we give it away, or do we offer her money? Fuck me, I think Oscar would be pretty pissed off and I'd be disowned. But then again, if I'm going, you know, fuck it, offer money instead. Fuck it. I reach through the slit in my clothes for my purse and fetch out 4 silver ducats. Here, more than it's worth and more use to you. Present from someone special then, miss? None of your business. Look, lady, there are 2 ways to argue with a woman. You can either be right, or you can either be happy. Right then, anyway. Very well, lady whatever. With the bribe safely stowed, her smile takes on a harder quality. Whose room do you want? Only one? I can't wait around for you while you search. Too many eyes. I suppose that makes sense, but with so much riding on my decisions, who can I choose? Of course, Dolores is a lowest servant, nearly invisible to the eyes of Mighty, and she notices things. Can you tell me a little bit about the other guests? You know what, I was just thinking to myself, who can I choose? I know no one about that. Didn't even think of that question. Oh dear. I don't have all night, we have to hurry. She seizes my arm and starts to pull me along, keeping up her rapid monologue in an undertone. The Duke and his bunch won't let me even the chambermaids into air their rooms. Don't know if it's territory or they got something in there. The pale fellow, nobody wants to do his room. Of course he's got all these bottles like a pharmacist, right? Who wants their fingers to rot off from poisons and curses? And the glittery one smells. It's true, but... She drops her voice even further to a whisper. I heard from a junior scullion that someone saw a girl who looked like the princess in his room once. Can't tell you that it's true, only that I heard it. Come on. We gotta go into the pale one's room. And think of all that. We could actually, like, poison people and murder people. What would we get out of Prince Gaston? Oh, he's shagging some pink-haired bird. No. Some servant he's just whipped up. No, that's a terrible idea. So, which room do you want to see? Right, even though I remember who Gaston is. Nazuki's the evil one. Oh, for fuck's sake, who's Duke Ferrod? I cannot believe I've forgotten this already. It's only been a couple of days since I last did this. You know what, fuck it. We're going to go back to do it quickly. Hang on a second. So, upon going into the forum to try and look who Duke Ferrod was, there were quite a few spoilers. So, I averted my eyes and gaze so I didn't have to see who it was. And I think I'm going to pick Prince Nazagi as just, I don't know who it is. Right, anyway. Him! Fine, now let's get moving. And whatever you do, don't tell anyone I helped you.